Alright everybody, and welcome back to part 35 of my playthrough here of Dragon Quest VIII. Today we're gonna ransack the Lord High Priest's residence here in the background. But before we do, we're gonna craft some items, as I believe I said there at the ending of the last episode. So, yeah. And I did some preparations here, as you will see. I bought some items that we're gonna need for the crafting here, and yeah, so stuff like that. And I also did some crafting here off screen to speed this up. As you can see here, the Ring of Truth that we got there in the Godbeard's Eyrie on the dark side there, an episode or two ago. We're gonna need to craft that together with a full moon ring here, and together with a ring of immunity. And this in turn will become a Catholican ring, which basically makes you immune to all status changes in the game, with the exception of the whack type spells, you know, instant death abilities. So, yeah, in case you're curious, the full moon ring here you simply make by mixing a gold ring together with a poison moth knife, which you can buy back in Pickham. And then, for the ring of immunity, you need to mix a poison needle, which you can buy in Baccarat, together with yet another gold ring. And in case you need more gold rings, you can just buy them at the bazaar there in Argonia for 2,000 gold each. And the poison needle there and the poison moth knife are both like between 1,000 to 2,000 gold roughly. So yeah, not too expensive to purchase all these ingredients here. But yeah, the end result is well worth it, especially if you're going into post-game. I would strongly advise you make at least 2 of these. At the very least 1, actually, you know. 2 might be a bit overkill. Well, not really, but it would definitely help you out. I'm just gonna put it like that. But yeah, the more you have, the better. And heck, even for the end game here, the Catholican rings are very helpful too. But yeah, I'm just gonna make one, and I'm gonna be happy with that. So yeah, I'll see you when it's ready. Okay, so we're down here now. Let's have a quick look at the Catholican ring. Very beautiful sprite there. And yeah, on top of having all the resistances there in the game, it also sports 15 physical defense, which is very nice, as opposed to the only, well, regular 10 that regular resistance rings have. So yeah, very nice, very freaking nice ring here. And yeah, the tooltip there says, a ring that makes the wearer resistant to a variety of attacks, including sleep, paralysis, and confusion. It also prevents you from getting poisoned and fizzled too. I just don't know why they didn't bother stating that there, but yeah, there you go. Now you know. At least according to the Dragon Quest wiki, and I trust that above the in-game tooltip. The in-game tooltip here is wrong from time to time, apparently, so yeah. Which is a little bit annoying that that's the case, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Now, next up, we're gonna mix our ruinous shield that we found there in the last episode into a Metal Knight shield here. So yeah, we're gonna need to mix that with a orichalcum and with an Urn of Saints Ashes wherever they are. There they are, yeah. And yeah, I also went ahead and bought another Urn of Saints Ashes there in between episodes, you know, from the Baccarat Casino there. 5,000 tokens, yep. So yeah, I'll see you guys once this is done. Alright, we are down here now with the Metal King shield. Very nice piece of equipment here. It is, well, at least in my opinion, the best shield in the game, and it sports a lot of resistances there towards breath attacks, and, you know, fire slash abilities, abilities like that. As you can see, 30 freaking points of resistance, which, yeah, incredibly nice. And I'm not sure whom I'm gonna give it to, but I'll figure that out in a bit, I guess. Next up, we're gonna mix the, well, skull helmet there together with our final Urn of Saints Ashes, and this is gonna make us the Sun's Crown, which is the second best helmet in the game if you're looking at defense strictly. Now, the Sun's Crown does give you resistances to sleep and confusion type status changes. However, here's the problem. You need the Sun's Crown in order to make an item that is called the Timbrel of Tension. And the Timbrel of Tension there, basically when you use it as an item in battle, you will boost all your characters' tension by 1 step, so they go from 0 to 5. So yeah, you can imagine how that is hella busted. So yeah, I'm gonna make that out of the Sun's Crown. I'm not actually gonna equip it. Now, even if you do decide to equip it, just do remember that only the hero and Jessica can equip it. And as I just said, the Sun's Crown only gives you resistances to sleep and confusion type status changes. Whereas, you know, for example, Jessica's golden tiara, which she has now, also gives resistances to sleep and confuse, but to whack spells and fizzle spells, which is basically the silent status change there. So yeah, and like in the hero's case, he's already got the Mercury's bandana, which boosts agility, which is very nice, but even then, I'm gonna equip the Metal King helmet on him here in a bit, like after we have raided the residence here, you know. So yeah, I'm not even gonna be needing it all that much either way, so yeah, there really is no reason for me to keep it around. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna craft it away, but yeah, I'll see you once it's done here. Okay, the item is done. Here we go, we get the Sun's Crown, or the Sun Crown rather, yeah. And let's see, now we're gonna mix said crown. Yeah, look at this here. Let's actually read this tooltip before we mix it away. A special crown capable of nullifying spells which might otherwise confuse or put its wearer to sleep. So yeah, pretty nice helmet. But yeah, as I already said, I'm not gonna be using it. Now, earlier there in the last episode, you might recall I got very happy when we looted a tough guy tattoo from one of the hoodwinks there, I believe the animal was called. Yeah, those tattoos normally goes for 2400 gold in the Argonian Bazaars, and I didn't have to spend that money there. And yeah, for the last piece that we need to mix in here is a Magic Beast Hide. I'm very lucky I still had one. If you don't have one, you're gonna need to go and grind one, and I would strongly suggest you grind Magic Beast Hide from the gorillas outside of Pickham Town there. Just run around in circles or stand around there and whistle. I believe they had a 2.56% chance of dropping Magic Beast Hide, so yeah, pretty damn good odds there. You might have to run around there in an hour, for an hour or so, depending on how lucky you get. Like, sometimes it only takes 20 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour to just get one. Yeah, it's really finicky, but as far as I know, that's the best place to grind Magic Beast Hides. There might be better places, but yeah, I just know I've never looked up what actually is the best place. I just know that from playing the game, I really like that spot for grinding Magic Beast Hide, and I know it works very well. The drops are high. 2.56% chance is definitely good odds. You know, typically you won't ever get higher percentage of, you know, crafting items than that. So yeah, I'm just gonna recommend you go there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a second here. Alright, so the Timber of Tension have finished. Here we go. Now, for who is going to hold it, or whom is gonna hold it, I don't know. I really don't. I might... Like, typically I like using it on whomever has the Comet Bracer, but as you know, I forged my Comet Bracer away, or my Meteorite Bracer, I mean. I forged it away for the Uber Falcon Blade, so... Yeah, and like the main reason for that is I typically like to just use the Timber of Tension with one character and then strike with everybody else, and the one who's gonna use the Timber of Tension typically is when I want to be quick, so that you can give everybody a burst of tension and then just strike or heal or whatever, yeah, on the same turn. But yeah, I don't have it, so yeah, I guess I could craft another one, but I would need another Orichalcum for that. But let's see here. First of freaking all, we're not gonna use the Metal King shield here as a tool, but we're gonna give it to Angelo here. Yeah, the power shield gives you, I believe, 10 points of fire and ice breath protection. But the Metal King shield here gives you 30 points, and it also gives him higher defense. So yeah, it is very important that Angelo stays alive here towards the end of the game, so I'm gonna give this shield to him, so he won't take so much damage from, well, once again, breath and ice breath attacks there when he's sitting in the, well, bottom spot here, and also the shield really helps out for taking AoE physical blows, so yeah. I think it's a good idea to hit on him, and we're gonna craft some silver shields here in a bit for both Yankees and Tur as well, so they will get some new shields too. But hold on a second, I'm just gonna look up power shield here, so I'm yeah, I'm just gonna fact check myself here. Okay, so I'm looking up here now on the wiki, and it says here the power shield has a defense bonus of 38 and reduces breath attacks by 10 damage. Okay, so yeah, indeed, it helps out for both ice and fire style breath attacks there. So yeah, the power shield is pretty nice, but it's not as good as the Metal King shield there. But yeah, very few shields are. Of course, the nice thing with this shield is you can heal for free. So yeah, you can't, well, can't deny that or something. Can't really hold it that, I should say, perhaps. But yeah, here. Let's see, the Catholican ring. Yeah, since Turi very soon is gonna get the Metal King helmet, which will boost his resistances by a lot, I think I might just go ahead and give the Catholican ring to Yangus here. I wouldn't mind having it on this guy too for boss fights. Yeah. You know what, I might actually do that, because he doesn't have resistances in any other way here. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm gonna do then. You know, screw the Shamshire of Light. Yeah, I've never used it, and I probably never will. Yeah, this way now, when we get into the final dungeon of the game, I'm gonna equip this on Angelo here, so that he's completely impervious to status changes. That's gonna be very nice, and he's also gonna get a hefty defense buff. So yeah, the final bosses of the game are gonna have a hard time killing him. Jags and Nick too here have such high health that they should be fine. They don't need that much extra defense, you know. Okay, so let's see. Now for the tough decision here, the freaking Timbrel of Tension, and we also have an Yggdrasil do here. Who's gonna get that? You know, I have so many items lying around there. It's actually a little bit, yeah, annoying almost. You know, I think I'm just gonna stop using the Flame Tank Boomerang. I can just use the Sap spell on the hero. Yeah. Just have another full heal there on hand. I think that's better. Although, yeah, you're not here. Okay, I'm sorry I'm taking so much time here. But we're gonna do this instead. Take the Scholar Specs away from Jessica. And, damn it, no, I don't want to do that either. Oh! Rah! Dude! Jesus! Who should get the full healing item? You know what, here. Here. I figured it out. Dude, where did the dew go? Oh, hold on a second, guys. Okay, there we go. I put everything back together again. Yeah, basically what I did, I moved one of the lesser panaceas here from Jagus into the bag and gave him the final dew there. And yeah, Jessica got the glasses back there. So, okay, now, for what I came here to do initially, we gotta hand on out the Timbrel to somebody. And it wouldn't be bad to have on Jagus, honestly, instead of like the lesser panacea. Yeah, because then in boss fights, I guess it could open up with using a few helm splitters, and then when it's time to spam Timbrel, he could do so. I don't want to have it on Angelo, because it is nice if like Jessica or Jagus does it and boosts up his multi-heal potential there. Like if you tense up once on the FS character, then he can heal for more life there on the same turn, which I really like to do. And I also like for Jessica to strike really hard. So yeah, you know, I'm just gonna do it like this. It might not be optimal. I don't really have a good strategy for this, but I'm just gonna try it out like this. And if I don't like it, well, hey, then we're gonna switch it up. Yeah, let's not sit and dwell on this too much. Yeah, so there we go. Gonna do it like this. And that is alright. We have fixed everything now, I believe. I just kind of want to move on here. And yeah, we're gonna turn in the Crimson Robe here in a bit to Dodgy Dave. Crimson Robe, and then we're gonna go and score some mini-medals here. Score some mini-medals. We're gonna go and score some mini-medal rewards. And yeah, how nice. Now that it's night, it is high time that we raid Lord High Priest, the Lord High Priest residence here. But before we do...
Oops! Someone's coming! We must hide!
You wanted to see me, Your Holiness?
This place is far removed from the secular world.
I understand. I will see that the Templars take charge of your Holiness's security.
But rumors know no bounds, Marcello. I hear your name among the whisperings. There are disturbing allegations surrounding you, and I fear they may be more than mere rumors.
It is sad that the talented should always be the victims of envy, Your Holiness. Surely you don't believe these...
Abbot Francisco was very dear to me. My one true friend. We were very close. I am employing you as master of my guard for a very good reason. For Francisco. When you were abandoned by your parents, he raised you in the Abbey as if you were his own son. The least I can do for him is to keep a close eye on you, to stop you straying any further from the fold. Marcello, you are intelligent and competent. You have clearly demonstrated that in your command of the Templars. Can you not satisfy yourself with that? If you persist with your current duplicity, I will have no choice but to discipline you. But I am not so unjust as to think it's only you. The Church is riddled with corruption and bribery. I suppose I am largely to blame for being too lenient. Now, let that be the end of this discussion. Underneath this ear-leaping ambition, you have a good soul. There is still time for you to mend your ways.
Thank you, Your Holiness. May the Goddess be with you always.
Ah, Francisco, my old friend. I should have known the book of his conscience would be closed to me. Guide his straying soul, lest he lose it.
Huh, so, yeah, that is a very interesting cutscene there. It definitely seems like the rumors are true here that Marcello is trying to rise high up in the ranks here by bribery and, you know, undercut ways, if you will. And this is perfect. It is now day. That makes this a lot more, well, fun to explore here. Now, there are some people out here in the garden that you can talk to. I'll probably try and talk to some of them here in a bit. But first, I'm just gonna go ahead and loot the items so I don't forget to do that or, you know, something. I don't know. I just wanna get it out of the way, you know? And before we do, let's visit this room here. Here we have this girl. High Priest Rollo is currently resting in his room. It can be rather overbearing, so it's worth watching how you speak to him. I will keep that in mind. And yeah, as you plainly can see, I decided to use Angelo here in front of the party, since I think it's kind of fitting whilst we're here in this place of the world. So that confounded Marcello thinks he's too good to pay his bribes, now that he's the master of the guard to the Lord High Priest. He only got the position because of my personal recommendation. Yeah, we saw that back in Neos many episodes ago. The ungrateful swine! When I become Lord High Priest, he'll soon see the error of his ways. Dude, look at this guy, he's so smug. Yeah, as we... I remember, we zoomed in on his haircut there. Yeah, like he's just... Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem fit to be a man of God here, you know? He really doesn't. And inside of this room here, we have some shields, a world map. These two bags are empty. I've already checked. And yeah, I also believe you won't get that cutscene. Well, you won't get that cutscene that we just now had if you come here after Sir Leopold infiltrates the place. Yeah, spoiler alert, there's actually going to be plot-related reasons to come back here in a bit. So if you haven't come here by now, you'll miss out on some cutscenes there. So yeah. And you know what, we got a Sage's robe in here too, so that is pretty damn nice. yeah, we can sell it for some good gold. And I guess, like, so since you get the crimson, since you get the Sage's robe here, you can very easily make the crimson robe at this point anyways in the game. You don't need to mix the items there earlier on in Argonia in order to make the Sage's robe, so you have one at this point. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, we got some nice items here. A midi medal, a Seed of Life, and the robe there. So as for who's gonna get this, yeah, we're not gonna need to make any more recovery rings. So I think I'm just gonna boost up Jessica, and there finally she got a 4-stater. She typically doesn't. I have got a very poor luck here with seed growths on her in this game, which, yeah, kind of blows, but it is what it is, I guess. We would give our lives to protect His Holiness. Nice. And yeah, we're gonna head on up here these stairs in a bit, but first, let's just head on out here. There are some people we can talk to out here, like the maid and the gardener is out here too somewhere, walking around. I think they're over here. Yeah, there he is. Straying around. Let's see here. What do you have to say? Oi! Oi! I'm the gardener here. Don't you go stomping all over my lovely flowers. That's all it says. Well, freaking hippie. You know what? I'm gonna stomp on them all I want. Okay. Stupid. Let's see here. What do you have to say then? Apparently, there is this strange village surrounded by high mountains that is almost impossible to reach. I wonder if the little birds know where it is. I'd love to go and see it if I ever had a chance. Yeah, I believe she's talking about the untrodden grooves, or, the town of Triangale there, which is the last town in the game. And yeah, we're gonna go there once we're down in here. And yeah, I believe that little house over there is the house where the lift is. Yeah. Remember from back in Neos there, you can go, backing up there via that little, machine operating there. Yeah, I don't really know what to call it. Yeah, pretty much like a lift. And yeah, now we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna talk to the Lord High Priest. But he won't have anything too important to say. Mainly I'm just coming up here because he has a mini medal here inside of this room. Now, don't worry though, if you for some reason never came here, you can still enter this villa, like after Lord Leopold, after Sir Leopold have come here, after Rapthorn, maybe I should just call him, have been here. Yeah, you can still come on in here and loot all items, so remember that. So yeah. And yeah, there's nothing in here, but you know me, I'm just gonna show everything off here. And we have some rather abstract, is that the right word, pictures here. That right there looks like a face in that picture. I don't know, I think it's supposed to be a forest or something, but just whatever. Let's just talk to the old guy here.
The goddess moves in mysterious ways. I sense there's something special about him. Sorry, did I surprise you? Take no notice, it is just the nonsensical musings of an old man. May the goddess be with you on your travels.
Thank you. And let's see here, let's talk to our party. The Lord High Priest is so, I don't know, so important, so respected like. I can see it in his face. I feel a bit shaky on me old Pinsker, okay. What do you have to say? The greater the person, the more they humble themselves. What is the old saying? The boast that bear most hangs lowest. I don't really know what that means. Anyways, if the black dog, I mean Rapthorn. If Rapthorn has his sights on the Lord High Priest, we can't let our guard down for an instant. I only had a chance to speak with the Lord High Priest briefly, but it was enough to make me think that the world is a better place with him in it. We can't let anything happen to him. Yeah. And then Angelo. His Holiness is a bit like Abbot Francisco, in a way. I don't mean how he looks, but I don't know, there's a certain air about him. It's been a long time since I left the Abbey, and today's the first time I felt any pangs of missing the place. Maybe we should go back there. And you know what, we can have a quick chat with these guys too. Yeah, I'll make sure that I behave. What about you? Okay, there is here to go. Okay, well, how nice. How quaint. So yeah, now that we're down here, I'm just gonna go ahead and exit the place. And then we're gonna zoom on over to Pickham. So yeah, I'll see you in Pickham inside of Dodgy Dave. Okay, so here we are inside of Dodgy Dave's trading shop here. So yeah, I decided to put Yangs in front of the part here so we get some additional flavor text here. Yeah, so he recognizes us. In we go. And you know what, let's have a chat with this guy too. This pub's like a graveyard during the day, but it gets packed of an evening. Okay. Well, that's nice to know. This sad flower there. You know, it would have been funny if they put the flower inside of a beer bottle instead, or something like that. Or, you know, a beer keg. Just to drive home how ridiculous this place is. So yeah, we have brought you your crimson robe, and now for our troubles, we get the big boss shield, the final item here in the Dodgy Day quest chain. So yeah, it's very spread out. Like at the very beginning, you can do 2 items, then you can do 3 or 4 items in the middle, and then at the very end of the game, you can do the final one. Yeah. So there we go. And now, since we have given him all the items, we start over at the beginning again. However, all you will get for turning in the items, like here on the second go around, is a bunch of money. So, yes, he'll actually give me 400 gold for my special medicine. I actually have one. You know what? Let's just give it to him. And then he's gonna give us some money for a reinforced boomerang. Originally, he gave you 1200 gold. Now he's only gonna give you 1000, but it still is more money than you would get from a regular shop. You would only get like 800 from a regular shop, I believe. And why am I even looting here? We have already gotten the mini medal instead of that cabinet. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the shield here. It's nothing special, but you know, it looks cool. Lowers the enemy's defense when used as an item during battle. So yeah, 50 defense as a shield. However, I'm just gonna make him a silver shield here in a bit, which has 48 defense, so only 2 lower than the big boss shield. I really wish that the big boss shield was better. Like, maybe if you were hit, then, you know, the shield would reflect back sap or something like that. I don't know. I don't freaking know. I have honestly never used it, so... I mean, I've never equipped it, I should say. I never equipped it, so... what the heck do I know? Maybe it does do that if I actually were to try it, but I seriously doubt it. But yeah, if you give this to somebody, I typically just like having it as a cassette type spell, but I don't really have anyone I want to give it to. Like, if I give it to Toot, I would have to give away the cheese there, which is my lucky cheese, which, yeah, we can't have that. Should I just do this? Yeah, maybe we can do that. Now, 2 can use the cassette spell there. Yeah, during a boss fight. So yeah, Yanks can stack, 2 can stack, and Jessica can stack. That's pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, that will work. That will have to work. Okay, so yeah, I'm back here again, and I decided to do this. I'm actually gonna put away one of the grass reduce here on Yangus. I think I'm gonna give him the... well... what is it called? The Ring of Awakening. Just because some of the final bosses here in the game likes to put you to sleep, so I'm probably just gonna go ahead and equip it there during the final fights of the game. You know, as long as I remember to, anyways. But yeah, that's gonna be important at that point. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go over everything quickly here now. Yeah, I think we have all the right gear on. Make the armlet. Yeah, this looks good. East dude, Angelo is freaking stacked. We just need to get him a better helmet here. Yeah, the thinking cap is nice, but... yeah. Yep. But everything is looking pretty good all around. So, yeah, I think we're ready to go to Princess Minis here. Alright, so I think we're ready to zoom on over here now to Princess Minis, and then we're gonna finally claim our... Metal King helmet there. Yeah, we should have more than enough mini medals now. I don't know exactly how many we have, but we should have way more than 90. Like, yeah, we should be in the mid-90s for crying out loud by now. And yeah, that is essentially the last important item here that I want to get from here. So I could just say fuck it and not collect anymore after this, but you know, just for the sake of doing it, I'm gonna do it. So here we go, we get the Metal King helmet. And now we get the Dangerous Bustier here, which is a very nice item. And the Flail of Destruction there for 110 is also a pretty nice item, but yeah, I'm not super crazy about it. It's a weapon that only Yankees can wield. But let's see here. If we have a quick look at the Dangerous Bustier, you'll understand where the danger comes from, and Jessica wears it. Wow, okay. I'll never do that again. Let's see here. So if you equip this, equip, and let's see. Nope, wait, we're gonna have to put it in the front of the party here, yeah. Looking snazzy there, Jessica. But yeah, she's got a little heart there on her butt. That's cute. But yeah, we are not gonna use the Dangerous Bustier for obvious reasons. I'd rather have a strong Jessica rather than a hot Jessica. So yeah, no dice, all you Dangerous Bustier lovers. But yeah, on the serious side, you can craft the Dangerous Bustier into a very nice piece of equipment in the post-game, which increases her chances of dodging physical attacks, which is a very important item to have then. The Divine Bustier, I believe it's called, but hold on a minute, let me just check out on it. Alright, so I was completely wrong there. All you need in order to make the Divine Bustier is to mix your Dangerous Bustier with a Shimmering Dress, which, as you might recall there, if you mix a Spangled Dress with the Ruby of Protection and a Gold Bracer, I don't think I have one, but yeah, I could just go and buy one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and buy one. If I do that, we could show that off, but yeah, since I'm all out of casino tokens, that would mean I would have to go and gamble up 2,000 tokens, which wouldn't take me more like than about 10-20 minutes tops. So I might actually do that in between episodes, or I could do it right now. Just cut it out whilst I do it. Which, yeah, I'm not gonna use it probably, like, in the post-game it is very nice, but during the regular game, I'd much rather just have very high physical defense coupled with good magical resistances, because, like, yeah, there are really no bosses here in the rest of the game which are gonna, you know, deal 400 damage or something like that on a single hit. Like, that's mainly what you need the Divine Bustier for, to have a chance to just survive, you know. Even if it is only a 12.5% increased chance, it can make a hella big difference there in the post-game. But yeah, not so much right now. It still can be nice, but I'm just saying, I'd rather have the magic, or I mean the ability resistances there too from the Dragon's Robe. Now, let's see, we could finally switch off the Mercury Bandana here now for 2. It certainly wouldn't be a bad idea. But let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna give it to Jessica. Yeah, she already has the Golden Tiara. It does the same thing as the Metal King Shield. It just has lower defense there. We could give it to Angelo. That wouldn't be a bad idea. He needs to survive. But if I do, then I'm probably gonna give the Catholican ring to Turid instead. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, you know what I'm actually gonna do? Well, actually, I'm only gonna lose my wisdom if I do. I'm gonna lose my wisdom. Oh, yeah, see, this is tricky. I'm gonna lose spell damage. Because, yeah, see, here's the thing. The Metal King Helm, it does give you, like, 12.5% magic resistances, or, I mean, it gives you 12.5 increased resistance to resisting, you know, sleep-type spells, wag-type spells, confusion, and follow-type spells, you know, all of that. But, like, this ring makes you completely immune, so, like, if I have both this, and then, you know, it's kind of overkill. So, yeah, the Catholican ring would need to go to somebody else. And you see, I really hate to get rid of the Mercury Bandana. Like, the 15 agility from this bandana is so incredibly nice. Yangus, well, Yangus I don't really care that much about. I'm perfectly happy with the Ring of Awakening there on him. So yeah, if we do this, I could give this guy the Catholican ring. And they could keep using the Mercury Bandana for the rest of the game, yeah. I might probably just do it like this then. Because now now Angelo is very tanky. That is a very nice point there, actually. He's incredibly tanky now. But yeah, he's gonna lose some wisdom. But you know what, I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Let's do this. We're not gonna equip it though, not yet. And then this agility here. We're gonna... yeah, what am I gonna trade for? Okay, so yeah, I'm just probably gonna make it like this for now. I'm gonna give Angelo the big boss shield for now. This way he can reduce defense of bosses too. And Jessica is fine the way she is. Yeah, she's fine the way she is. Yangus here. He's fine the way he is. Yeah, he's looking quite sharp. And then the hero now has the mighty armlet. He's also got the Catholic ring and the agility ring, so he can switch around whether on if he needs to be quick for a full heal, or if he needs to be resistant, or if he's gonna go on the attack. So yeah, I like how this is looking, and he can resurrect and restore mana. Yeah, once again, I'm sorry I'm taking so much time here, but for some reason I'm feeling very anal about having all of this correct right now. And you know what, here, the Shirombo... Actually, no, keep the Shirombo. Yeah, keep the Shirombo. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, this is very nice now. He can be very resistant with this, or switch this for avoidance. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. And for accessories, he's got the Goddess Ring here. Which, by the way, the Goddess Ring also increased resistances by 12.5%. Yeah, both sleep, paralysis, and fuddle, I wanna say it was. So I wonder if the 12.5 here stacks, you know, the 12.5 sleep and fuddle stacks with the 12.5 on here. That would mean he has a very high overall resistance. Huh. I never even thought of that. That is actually pretty damn cool, I gotta say. But yeah, yeah. We're gonna move on here now. Let us actually start moving to the next part of the game. And yeah, let's see here. How much time am I up on? 45 minutes uncut. Yeah, it's probably just 30 minutes, actually. Or, no, actually, yeah, I forgot something. I made a cut earlier there in the recording. So yeah, we're probably up to 50-something minutes uncut. Just whatever. Why am I talking about this? It doesn't matter. It doesn't concern you guys. That's for damn sure. But yeah, I'm just trying to talk here, trying to not be quiet. You know how it is when you're recording. But here, let's see. We gotta situate ourselves here. We have the untrodden grooves here. Yeah, you see that drawbridge there. There is actually a unique monster on top of that, and then up there is the village. But normally, you would have to walk all the way up here because there is a mini medal hidden behind the village. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna fly down here. Just follow the path here so we don't get lost. And right about here we wanna land. And yeah, once again we're gonna find a mini medal, and we're gonna find a Cyclop unique monster here too, which we're gonna show off a unique attack with. And he's gonna be right behind me here now. Yeah, see, I remember that. So, first of all, I'm gonna wanna check up on my monster team here. And we're gonna kick out these guys here. We don't need them anymore. There we go, set all those guys free, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and put Steropes and Brontes in here. And you know what, I also would like to... Oh right, we gotta show these guys off. I completely forgot. You know what, I'm gonna bust them out here now for this fight. Yeah, why the heck not? The Mosin golem here, I believe I talked about this before. He's very powerful. He has higher stats than the Draqon summon there, and he has higher stats than Ulterus too. And I believe I said before that Ulterus... Oh, please don't kill any one of them. Holy crap. I believe I said before that Ulterus isn't as good as the Mosin here in my opinion, but you know, I started thinking about it, and Ulterus inside of the monster arena, if he uses Omni heal, like, he will heal himself to full. There is like literally a 0% chance that he's gonna lose there, even though he doesn't have any desperate attacks. You know, eventually he should be able to win. It is hard true though that Mosin hits harder and has the desperate attack and higher defense, but Mosin only takes one turn, or one action per turn, so yeah, that's his drawback. But see, he's got that, and that is why I consider him so damn strong, like... Yeah. just one desperate attack, which he does fairly often, and he's just gonna win, you know. That's just how it's gonna go down. And you know what, here, for 2 now, I'm just gonna make sure we mesh all points into... Oh, wow, we don't kamikaze, but yeah, we're gonna make sure we max out courage. And, you know, I'm probably gonna try out the kamikaze attack here, just to show it off. And here we go, Big Blue Eye Cyclops. I actually didn't see his name, but yeah. Let's have a look at them here, instead of the monster team. There. Yeah, let's see what they are called. Apparently there's still the 2 eyes here. Okay, so I thought that they would get a special bonus when you had all 3, but that is apparently not the case. But yeah, we're still gonna try them and see how they work. Like, yeah, that's gonna be cool. 3 individual Cyclops. And yeah, there are very nasty enemies here on this island. Like, you can face Cyclops here as regular dudes, and they hurt. And the encounter rate is absurdly high. Yeah, I got crazy whilst playtesting this area. So, you know, I'd rather just fly out of here. Like, when I playtested this area, I just walked through the forest here all the way back, and it took like 20-30 minutes before I even reached Draqon Gully there. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna try and show off here. So yeah, we're just gonna go in a big old circle. And yeah, see down there, that's right there is where we were. So I'm just gonna make a little boost here, and we're gonna follow the path back here. So yeah, this is where we were. So I would have walked all the way here, took it right, and there's that gaping hole there. But yeah, we would have walked here. Through all of this, there are no more chests here, by the way, only regular monsters. And then on this drawbridge here, we have another unique monster, so I'm gonna have to land here. And then I'm probably just gonna walk the rest of the way, because I would like to show off the unique, or yeah, I would like to show off the monsters out here. There's nothing new really, but still wanna do it. So yeah, now we're here, and to the east there we have Draqon Gully, and we also have one more chest to pick up here, a spicy cheese. I remember roughly where it was. So yeah, I'm gonna go and grab it after we've fought this guy here. And yeah, if you for whatever reason haven't done the S-rank arena here and you don't have the stone mason or, you know, just whatever, this guy out here on this bridge have excellent stats. He's really good together with the Skeledoid. I think it's called the Arch Demon, and he can cast like the Kaboom spell, and yeah, he hits pretty hard. He has like 900 health, high defense, high agility, everything on him is just high. So if you haven't finished the arena by now, he's definitely a good, a nice guy to add on your team there. Yeah, very nice guy. Wow. A strong guy. He's not very nice, because, you know, he's an arch demon after all, so yeah. How good could he possibly be, you know? What good deeds have you done, sir? But he looks hella goofy. He's almost a little cute, actually. You know, a derpy kind of cute. I mean, just look at his feetsies. Just look at those feetsies. And, you know, I accidentally double-clicked there. I was gonna summon the Terminators there. Or, well, no. I was gonna summon the Whiplash Whippers, I mean. Okay. There we go. At least now he showed off the Kaboom, I guess. Ouch. Yeah, that kind of hurts. But, you know, inside of the monster arena is probably gonna deal a little bit more, since enemies in there doesn't have resistances. So, either way, here. Let's see. This is gonna be interesting. Hopefully they proc the Sapper Slapper, because I want to see if it reduces the defense to 0. Okay, here we go with the new guy. Come on, Sapper Slapper. Slappa Slappa. Nope. No Slappa Slappa. Draqon. Okay, here we go. Oh, wait, they all 3 did? I think they all 3 of them. Yeah, nice. All 3 of them join in now. Wow, good damage. And, oh, wait, the Sep. What? I don't think they lowered his defense, though. Oh, wow, and yeah, that's right. I didn't see this whilst playtesting. He also has the Insulatal move there. That is also really nice for the monster arena. He will reduce breath attack damage. Huh. But yeah, these 3 Cyclops here, they're pretty good. They're alright, although I'm not so sure if they can make it through the monster arena, like the final rank there. They might be able to, but I wouldn't know. But yeah, now we have the Archdemon there. And yeah, there's that lone cow out there. He will actually give you, or she will actually give you some milk if you talk to her. I believe, let's see. Yeah, up there is the chest. Yeah, I now remembered. So yeah, we're gonna have to walk on up and around, and we're gonna do some fighting here. And just because I said that the encounter rate was very high, therefore it's gonna be very low, I'm sure. But yeah, these are some of the more annoying enemies here, like the froggies here. Should we do the... Yeah, I'm gonna do the kamikaze here. Basically what the kamikaze ability does is it kills the user and deals good damage out on the field, and then I believe it will also revive all your teammates. I typically never use this move. It might actually have some legitimate uses, and I just never gave it, you know, the time of the day here. And you see this here. Ooh, this guy hurts. But kamikaze, boosh, pew, and yeah, that's it. I should probably have resurrected him, because now I'm not gonna get any experience. But I was gonna say that is gonna deplete all your mana, but no, apparently it didn't. Huh. So yeah, very nice ability though. Like, I'm sure you can make it, or well, I'm sure it has its uses if you just try and use it. It's just that I never, well, I never really looked for a way to find it, or, well, to use it properly, you know. Actually, let's do this. I'm gonna have a look at the tooltip here. 1 mana. Sacrifices your own life to destroy all enemies. Okay, so okay, it's not... Yeah, I mixed it up with the Kerplunk there. So then it's not as good. It still can be useful, I suppose. But yeah, if you're about to lose and you just want a Hail Mary, yeah, sure, you can go for it. But yeah, the Kerplunk ability there, which I believe Yangus learns in the Humanity tree, that ability should drain all your mana on Yangus when you use it, and resurrect and fully heal all your allies. That one, I thought that's what was gonna happen here now, but yeah, I just completely mixed it together there, yeah. Yeah, I personally like the Kerplunk ability better. Personally. That can actually be a nice ability, I suppose, in the post-game, you know. If, like, both Jessica and Angelo dies and, you know, you just want to sacrifice Yangus, sure, just go for it, you know. Might as well. Give yourself a shot at life. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's go for a cheese. A little cheese. Yeah, I believe it's gonna be a super hot spicy cheese, something like that. And you know, why don't I have my Uber fucking blade equipped? You can also fight some dragon thorn dragons here, which likes to ensnare you and, yeah, just being pesky all around. But we haven't seen any yet. Probably the frogs here are the most annoying enemies, since they can use the wax spell. And there are also those Diablo guys here, or whatever they are called, the purple ones, which are also pretty dangerous. But yeah, overall nothing too bad. I probably would say that the Cyclops here are the most annoying ones, in my opinion anyway, because yeah, they deal so freaking large amounts of damage. Like, even if you're geared, they're gonna take you out very easily. Luckily though, they don't have too high defense. They have a lot of health, but that's about it. And there we go, a file of Amoroseko Essence. I'm actually gonna need that for a crafting recipe here in a bit. Yeah, that's right, we're gonna need to make some silver shields here now in Triangali. And then we're also gonna make a Saintess shield for Jessica, which is gonna be a big upgrade. Yeah, as you might recall, she still holds the freaking white shield there from, like, all the way back in the beginning of the game. Like, I made that for her back in Pick Camp when we first got there. And like, since then, the only shield upgrade that she gets is the flame shield in Mpichu. But yeah, as you might recall, I never bought one because I knew that we would get the Saintess shield very soon after. And yeah, the flame shield definitely is better than the white shield though. Like, if you don't have the Saintess shield recipe, or you don't wanna do it like because you don't have enough money or whatever, you know, the flame shield is perfectly good enough, because, you know, it gives the same resistances as the white shield, just a little bit more, and it has higher defense, and it also has that insulatal effect if you use it as an item in battle, so it definitely is a better shield. But yeah, once again, the Saintess shield is the, well, best shield in the game for her, unless you can get a 4th Metal King shield for her, which is gonna take a lot of grinding in the post-game to do. I personally never done that. I don't think. I might have had 2. Well, yeah, I'm sure I've had 2 Medal King shields. I'm sure you get one for free just by going to the post game. Yeah, they really give you a lot of nice items over there. Of course, the enemies over there are not so nice, so you're gonna need all the help you can get. And yeah, once again, I'm actually not sure if I'm gonna go to the post game. We'll see. And yeah, here it is, the super spicy cheese. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna do the post game. I'm not too big a fan of it, as I've said numerous times here. I just ain't. Like, you do get some nice backstory on the hero there. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say more than that in case you do it. But yeah, you do get some backstory on the hero, which is nice. And yeah, you get to fight some super bosses there too, which are pretty tough. But like, so the thing is, like, I would totally be up to do it. The only thing is just that you can't just go there and expect to be fine, like at level 40 or whatever, like, or 38 or whatever I'm gonna be by the time I get there after I've done the last boss. Yeah, you can't just expect to go there and you be fine, you know, right out of the bat there. You're gonna need to sit around and grind, and preferably make some status resilient gear there, like another Catholic ring perhaps. At the very least, I would make one of those. And yeah, you're also gonna need to make holy talismans for sure. If you remember, like from very early on in the game, like back in that episode when I was crafting that ring for the other day, the holy talisman, I mean, back by the CMU church. You know, you need to mix a tough guy tattoo with a gold rosary, which you can buy in Neos, I think, and then you also need a bottle of holy water, I believe. And those 3 ingredients, while you know they are very easy to get, if you mix those 3, you get the holy talisman, which makes you pretty much immune to whack type spells. Which, yeah, you're gonna need 4 of those rings, I would say, by the time you get to the post game, because enemies in there likes to spam thwack or kethwack. Like, they do so on a regular basis. I mean, you will just die repeatedly, because enemies in there, yeah, like, they take 2 actions per turn. They use the Cathwack, they use paralysis, they use all status changes. It's just a mess in there. So, you know, you really gotta over prepare. And yeah, we're gonna have some dialogue here now, so I'll just shut up.
You, human, are you? This is Draqon Gully. Welcome.
I think a monster just spooked me.
Cool, blight! Nah, I'm fed up with saying that old line now.
You there? You're a monster, but you don't fight or run away? What business do you have being so welcoming? Explain yourself.
Here in Draqon Gully, humans and elves and monsters all live happily together. So why would I run away when I see a human?
Well, I never. I had no idea such a place existed. Of course. You know what this means? I can wander about without causing a stir. It's a veritable paradise. Well, what are we waiting for? Come on, follow me.
So yeah, whilst you're walking around in this town here, you're gonna be able to play as King Trode here. And before we do anything, I would like to show off some emoting he does here. Yeah, he likes to clean out his ear. And he also apparently likes to see his own reflection here in a mirror, just here in a bit. Yeah, see. Very amusing stuff there. So yeah, those are the only 2 emotes he's got, but yeah, I just wanted to show that off real quick. I thought that was kind of funny. You know, all characters have their own emoting. I think Angelo stands around yawning, Jessica, I don't really remember what she does, but yeah, Yangus, he likes to pick his nose, you know, stuff like that. And apparently it's nighttime here now. Not that it really matters. And yeah, this town is fairly small. Like, there are 2 floors here, as you can see. There's a church, there are some shops, and there aren't really any houses to enter. It's a really bare bones village here. But yeah, let's see. What do you have to say, young fella? When I was little, I nearly fell down to the bottom of the gully. I did, it's true. But my friend swooped down and saved me. He caught me as I was falling. He's a Draqon too, you know. You're a monster too. Monsters are cool. Here, let's talk to our partner. No, King Trode is here in the background. Good day. Top of the morning to you. 11 says on Wednesday. Why, certainly. 11 says... I don't even know what that is. Ah, yes, it's wonderful to be able to walk around with my customary majesty again, without scornful stares from onlookers. So we must promenade. Every spare moment will be given over to parading around in true self-congratulatory fashion. Follow me! Okay. I don't think I've ever read that. King Trode looks so happy. Well, it isn't hard to understand why. This is a rare occasion. A rare? Did I say red? This is a rare occasion. We should let the king lead the way for a change. Yeah. A mix of monsters, elves and humans. Maybe I was wrong to expect to catch any beauties here. But there are pheromones in the air. It is unmistakable. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you, Angus. This is the first time old Granddad's been able to walk around in a town since we were in Pickham, ain't it? Let's hope nothing goes wrong here like it did back there. Core! We were in right a mess when the Orange Princess was kidnapped, eh? Sure we were. Or we sure were. So, yeah, I'm gonna enter this building first. And there's a very good reason as to why. We have some dialogue in here and we have some shops too. And yeah, I'm actually gonna start by going down and visit the shops here. And there's a bank down there as well. But yeah, so we get some really nice items in here. A freaking elfin elixir for free, a mini medal, and yeah, another slime crown. Yeah, if we go into the post game, I'm gonna be happy to have 2 spare slime crowns there. I'm probably gonna make both of them into male king armors, to be honest. I just say screw it to the metal king sword. Yeah, like, once again, in the post game, you really need to be defensively attuned there to the place. That's more so important than being able to attack, in my opinion. Ooh, you're a fine-looking specimen, aren't you? How about a kiss? Sure. Slow down, I was only joking. Oh, men are all the same. That's funny. Okay. Here we have Lonely Yo. Rabthorn is the Lord of Darkness, ruler of the world of darkness, but for all his might, he could not control his lust for power. He came here to the world of light thinking he could reign over that too, but he was stopped by the 7 great sages. They sealed him away in a huge rock somewhere in our world. A huge rock. Kind of sounds like the Holy Isle of Neos. That island is a big old rock. Or the Savella Cathedral. That is also a big old rock. Well, let's talk to the bartender before we go down there to the shops. What's this? A new face. Now that you've come all this way, it simply wouldn't do to miss out on Triangali's most famous drink. It's called a dry gigantini. Would you like to try one? It's just a mere 9 gold coins. Sure. Thank you. One dry gigantini coming right up. I'll bring it on to you right away.
This is a dry gigantini. Agitated, not distressed. Why don't you give it a try, sir?
Ha 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 ha! You read me like a book, my good man. This is just what I was looking for. Oh, goodness! Well, well, well. I am impressed. This is delicious.
Thank you, sir. You flatter me. Perhaps while you enjoy your drink, I could entertain you with a tale of Triangeli?
As you wish, my good man. This drink is more than enough entertainment for me.
You are too kind, but please, allow me to begin. It all started long ago, many hundreds of years past. The great sage Kupas was out walking one day when he found an elf and a gigant lying injured in the road. Hating to see any creature suffer, he tended to their wounds and he saved their lives.
Amazed that a human should show them such kindness, they pledged their allegiance to Koopas. And from that day forth, the three of them were inseparable. But the lifespan of humans, elves, and monsters is very different. After many years, Koopas passed on into the great beyond. Determined to honor his dying wish, the elf and the gigant established a settlement here in the gully. And ever since then, humans, elves, and monsters have lived here side by side in peace, never forgetting Koopas's wish. That no one should ever be allowed to forget how Rapthorn had terrorized the world. So, that's why the inhabitants of this valley are always sure to tell travelers about the terror of the Lord of Darkness.
Well, that's quite a tale. Very interesting, I'm sure. But this drink is absolutely fascinating. Well, that was delicious. It was worth venturing this far into the forest just for that alone.
Thank you for your custom, sir. I wish you a pleasant journey.
Well, it was an amusing tale there. Now then, next up, we're gonna go down here to the slime bank. Because, remember, we have a shit ton of gold here. But this is not gonna be enough, believe it or don't. We're actually gonna need more. And yeah, I'm also gonna need some gold if I wanna go and gamble there. So that we can make the Divine Bustier. Which, yeah, I decided that I'm pretty much gonna do that. I want to show off things here. So even if you go into post-game or not, then I'm gonna have it. Now, in this shop here, we have magic water. Yeah, very important to stop on by here. I'm actually gonna buy quite a few. I honestly had forgotten about the magic waters in here before. I thought you could only get them inside of the casino there, but yeah, no, you can just buy them here. So yeah, you better believe it. We're gonna get a few here. Let's get another 4 here. Actually, let's not be stingy. Buy 9. Yeah, they're gonna be very nice for the final dungeon of the game. And yeah, that's really all I had to say about it. I'm actually gonna buy, 9 more here. Now, I can very easily get in there and just spam spells and still be fine, you know. However, I'm gonna need more money, so I'm gonna sell a whole bunch of stuff here whilst trying to entertain you guys. The pirate set there, completely useless, I'm not gonna need it. We could actually sell the Falcon Blade. I'm probably never gonna use it on Angelo here anyways. Yeah, you know what, if I ever need another Falcon Blade, I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, go back and gamble another one. Next up, what can we sell here? The Dancer's Costume, yeah, we can sell these, I guess, 1200, fine. And you know what, we had some, items here. Yeah, I remember the Sage's Robe. We're definitely gonna sell this. We could actually make this into another Crimson Robe there. That would give us a lot of money. And more importantly, it would be a better armor for Angelo, actually. Yeah, see, as things are right now, this is gonna be his endgame armor all the way to the end. But it does protect him all around much better than the Crimson Robe. The Crimson Robe only protects against ice-based attacks there, so yeah. You know, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell that, yeah. Let's not overthink things here. And here we have the Thinking Cap. Should I just sell it? I think I will. I'm gonna need 90,000 gold here, believe it or don't, so yeah. Can't be too fussy here. Let's get rid of this. And hopefully we have enough here. I'm not too sure, actually, you know what, we have more than enough here. It's not even gonna be a problem. There you go, and yeah, we could honestly save 2 gold nuggets here too. The only reason I would want to have them around at this point, and I thought they were worth 10,000, but no, they're only worth 5k. But yeah, the only reason I might want to have them around here is because you can make them into Sage's Stones, which when used, the Sage's Stone as an item in battle, you will heal for 100 health. Yeah, I believe I spoke on that earlier. Yeah, we can sell this too. Dude, we have tons of assets here. Yeah, go ahead, my good man. Take it off of my hands. And... oh, wow, you know, we can even sell this. You know, this is fine. I'm gonna sell as much crap as possible here. Just so that I can buy, well, whatever I need without having to feel bad about it, you know, so that I don't have to penny pinch. Yeah, we have very many good items to sell here. I just never bothered. Yeah, the sorcery ring, you're gone too. And I think we're good now. Yeah, I should be good now. So, and yeah, oh, I almost forgot. The flowing dress here, it is a really nice piece of equipment here for Jessica. As it says there, a sacred dress that reduces damage from fire and ice-based spells. Hold on, let me just tab out here. Alright, so I'm reading here from the wiki now. Here it also says that the flowing dress has a defense bonus of 59 and it reduces spell damage from spell categories such as the Frizz, Sis and Bang type spells, and it also reduces breath damage by 1/3. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to interpret that. Like here it just says ice-based spells from fire and ice, but on the wiki it says it reduces breath attacks, and it also reduces some types of spells, you know, spells from the Frizz, Sizzle, and Bang category there. So yeah, it's a little bit unclear, but I would assume that it just reduces damage from both spells and breath attacks. Yeah, but like fire spells and the Bang spells, maybe not ice spells, I don't know, but either way, it is a very solid armor here. Like, just for the breath attacks alone, cutting that damage off by 1/3, that is a lot. So if you don't have the Dragon's Robe by now, I would definitely buy the flowing dress there. There is, like, no reason not to. It gives so many good resistances there, even though it's a little bit unclear. Like, once again, the breath attack there alone makes it all worth it. And here we have the Dragon's Bane, which I believe if you mix this with a Mighty Armlet, or two, maybe it might be 2 Mighty Armlets, but yeah, if you mix it with that, you'll get the best dragon slaying sword in the entire game, which is very important in the post-game. But yeah, once again, not sure if I'm going there. We can buy the King's Axe here, and as I mentioned before, you can also buy the Blistered Blade here. The Great Bow here is the best bow in the game in case you're leveling Angelo in the bow category. Well, actually, it's not the best bow, but it's used to craft the best bow, I should say. If you mix the Great Bow here with the Chiron's bow and a Eros bow, yeah, we have crafted plenty of Eros bows here during this playthrough, like 2 of them. Like a Hunter's bow plus a Garter plus a fishnet stockings. I don't exactly remember what it was, but some items like that, and you'll get the Eros bow. And mix all those 3 bows together, and you'll get the Odin's bow. Which is a very strong bow. It like has 125 attack, something like that. Incredibly strong bow. And then the heavy hatchet here. The heavy hatchet is the best hatchet in the game, or the best scythe in the game for Yangus. Yeah, it doesn't get crafted into anything, but yeah, you just straight up buy the best hatchet here, inside of this town here. And then the Staff of Resurrection, when used as an item in battle, there's a 50-50, you resurrect the team members, but I don't care about that. I don't particularly care for it. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip it. It costs way too much. If it was the Kasing spell, I would definitely have bought it. Even if it was like 100k, then it would definitely still be worth it. Let's see. Here in the armor shop, this is where I'm gonna spend most of my cash here. And what the heck? I thought the mirror shields were gonna run me 30,000 gold per buy, but yeah, no, they were only 15. I completely misremembered that. Whoops, that's all I'm gonna say then. I'm gonna need to make 3 shields out of these. Yeah, I'm gonna make 2 silver shields, and we're gonna make a Santis shield. And so yeah, I'm gonna need 3 of those, or 3 of these, whatever. Put them in the bag. And yeah, you can also just straight up buy power shields here, which is hella sick if you just want a simple shield. Like, remember, the power shield reduces breath attacks, both ice and fire breath attacks, by 10 points each, and it has 38 defense, and it costs mid heal on you in battle, which, yeah, all 3 things there are very nice, or well, all 3 statuses, or all 3 affixes, whatever you want to call them, are very nice reasons for buying the power shield if you just want a simple yet strong shield. And yeah, then then as you saw there, sorry, I had a cough attack there. We had the Great Helm there, which has slightly higher defense than the Raging Bull helmet. So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and buy one of those for Yangs there. We could buy one of these for 2-2, but, you know, once again, I regard the agility, or, yeah, I much more prefer having high agility than high defense. So there you go. Like, once again, though, at some point in the post-game, if you can get your hands on his second Metal King helmet, I would definitely at that point remove the Mercury bandana, because as you rise up in levels, 15 agility is going to become less and less important. But yeah, here during the regular game, it's always very nice. And I think I'm done here now. Yeah, the mirror armor here has like a 20% chance of reflecting spells, same with the mirror shields. If the mirror armor had like a 100% chance of reflecting spells, I would totally buy some of those. Because then you could equip it, like if you're about to die, you could just equip it and, you know, try and reflect spells. Like, let's say, if Angelo is on very low health here and is in the 4th slot, and he's afraid he's gonna get knocked down or knocked on over by a spell, or, you know, die, essentially. Let's say he only has 30 health. Then it could have been nice to be able to switch on over to a mirror armor, you know, just to protect yourself from AoE type spells. But since it's just a 20% chance, like, it's just not reliable enough, you know. It just ain't. It just kind of sucks, to be honest. It just kind of sucks. But yeah, now that I think about it, we have so much gold. I can probably just go on over to Baccarat and spend all my tokens. I mean, all my golds and tokens, and then just straight up buy the dangerous bustier there. Which I might very well do that. But yeah, let's see here. We're gonna need to mix the mirror shield with a magic water. And I hope I have, or well, I know I have holy water here. Yeah, right here. This is gonna give us a silver shield. And I'm gonna want to make 2 of these. One for Angelo and one for the hero. Oh, what the heck? Oh, no, wait. Yeah, I mixed the wrong items there. We need the, let's see, here. Where is my Amor Seco Essence? Let's see, yeah, magic water. And, hold on. I'm all over the place here now. Where is my armor? We found one there earlier, I know that, when we killed the Cyclops there or whatever enemy dropped it. But yeah, one of these, magic water, armor Seco Essence, and the mirror shield now. I should have it all right. And this is gonna net us a silver shield, which once again is very nice. So there we go. And yeah, I think I'm gonna make a break here in the recording now. And then when we come back next time, yeah, we don't need to go through there yet. When we come back in the next episode, we're gonna keep on going here. I'm just gonna run around here in circles and craft the Saintess shield for Jessica and 2 silver shields here. But yeah, let's see here, before we end. Everyone here in Train Gully hid the fact that David was an heir to one of the great sages. Raya soared us to secrecy, old enough to understand and wait, she said he only would be told once he was old enough to understand. And now this has happened. It's terrible. Yeah, he died. Yeah. So much for keeping secrets, you know. Typically ain't a good thing. But sometimes it could be, I guess. But yeah, I'm just saying, in this case, it definitely wasn't. Yeah, just matter. Shut up, Nick. Welcome to our inn. Very travels. You must be exhausted at this late hour. That will be 20 gold coins. Wow, this is actually a really good price. I thought for sure it would be more expensive. And there we go. Just gonna cut out the little sleeping there. Takes forever. And now, we have spoken to everybody in here. It's time we exit. And I'm just gonna walk to... Well, we gotta go here now, plot-wise next, and that's where we're gonna end. And you know what, actually, we could just talk to some people down here by the church, too. And yeah, don't worry, there are no more items to loot here in the village. Well, there are more items to loot, but they are all in the same place behind a locked door. And this is a pretty nice church, you know. Huh. Let's see, let's talk to this guy. I'm sure he has some unique dialogue. This church belonged to the goddess, and to me. What do you want? How ill-fitting that it is a little demon guy here handling this. But yeah, we're gonna confess.
Confess thy deeds before the great benevolent goddess. That way I can record your deeds in an indenture log.
Okay. Why did I do that? Holy crap. You know, but it's fun being silly from time to time. I just can't help myself. I'm a grown-ass man, I can't help myself. Yeah, should I save over one of my old files here? Dude, come on. Here, yeah, just save here. Save. Yeah, I guess this is why I'm calling myself Nick from time to time. Yeah, my, test file here on the side. My name is Nick there, so yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I recorded your adventure log. Do you still want to continue adventuring? Do ya?
Yes.
May the gods switch are you. Now scram!
Fine, I will. So, yeah, we're all done here now. So when we continue this episode, we're gonna go to, well, the quote-unquote mayor of this place here. She's just a little girl, an elf, if you will, and we're gonna speak to her, then she's gonna give us an item that will allow us to track down Sir Leopold, and then we're gonna go fight him. And I'm just gonna end episode 35 then at that point, and then, well, pretty much after that, there's probably only gonna be 2 or 3 more episodes and we're gonna be done with the game. Poor Raya cried her eyes out when she heard that David was dead. He was an heir to the great sage Kupas, but we'll never see him again. It's so sad. And, okay, let's see. If the Lord of Darkness managed to escape his seal, every living thing on Earth will either be destroyed or turn into a shadow. Humans, monsters, and elves. We cannot allow Rapthorn to return. We must all work together now, not fight each other. Well put. Ah! Growl! A new face and an old-looking one to boot. Okay. Yeah, so let's just head on in here. And, yeah, I'm not gonna walk up any closer because I'm afraid I will trigger a cutscene here. Or I know I will trigger a cutscene. I just don't know how far I need to walk, so, yeah. Okay, true. Yeah, we're just gonna make a split in recording here. I'm gonna take myself a little break. And I'll be back momentarily. It will be a split second for you guys, but it will be a couple hours for me. But yeah, see you guys in a sec. Okay, so I'm back here now. I've had my break, and during the break there, I did some things off camera here. And yeah, I'm gonna break it all down here real fast. First of all here, Angelo, he used to have some staves on him there, like the magma staff and the lightning staff. Yeah, I put those away in the bag, and I gave him some additional elfin elixirs and some, what are they called? Yggdrasil dews there, so that he can fully heal the party with regular items and heal up mana, stuff of that nature. And, as you can also see, the big boss shield that Angelo used to have is now here on Yangus. Because, I thought, well, I would like to show off what the shield looks like in battle. So yeah, we're just gonna use it on Yangus here for a couple of fights, and then we're gonna switch that off and equip a silver shield on him here. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. And then also, during the break, I went ahead and gambled enough tokens there for a spangled dress over at the Baccarat Casino. So we're gonna mix it with a Ruby of Protection and a Gold Bracer here in a second, and craft a shimmering dress, which we're then gonna mix with the Dangerous Bustier in order to make a Divine Bustier, which is one of the strongest chest pieces there for Jeska in the entire game if you wanna dodge physical attacks. And then, as you can see here, I already crafted one of the silver shields, and there is yet another one, quote-unquote, baking inside of the pot there. Yeah, it's actually done now, so we just gotta head in there and we can pick it out, and then we're gonna start equipping them. And yeah, we're also gonna make the Saint's shield by mixing the mirror shield, the white shield, and some holy water here. So yeah, I guess without further ado, we're gonna head on into the alchemy pot here now. And we're gonna take out the silver shield here. And oh yeah, now I realized there was one thing I forgot to point out here. The gold bracer here I bought at the Argonian Bazaar, and yeah, I think you can also buy more Ruby of Protections at the Argonian Bazaar if you need one, or if you want to make this recipe too. So there you go. But yeah, we're gonna start working on the shimmering dress. We already made one of these back in episode 27, I wanna say. So yeah, if you have watched all episodes, you should be familiar with this recipe anyways. But yeah, there we go. So while that is working, we're now gonna have a look here at the silver shield, and it says Forged from mithril, a rare form of silver. This shield reduces damage from fire-based attacks by 20 points. And yeah, that is true. However, there are some things that they forgot to bring up here, as they typically do here in the tooltip in Dragon Quest VIII. It says here on the wiki, the silver shield offers a defense bonus of 48, and it also reduces damage from frizz, sis, bang, and fire breath attacks by 25 points, it says here actually on the wiki, but I think that's not correct. I think it's supposed to be 20. But yeah, so the silver shield actually is very nice. It doesn't reduce any ice breath damage attacks like the ogre shield here does. However, like the fact that we double our fire breath attacks resistance there from abilities such as the flame slash and fire breath. Not only that, also fireballs and spells of that nature we will reduce by an additional 20 points. So that more than makes up for it here. So yeah, I'm just gonna, well, I'm gonna swap out the ogre shield for the silver shield here. I think they had the same defense, so that's alright then. But yeah, a very nice shield here. I definitely recommend you make some of these. They are very nice for the final fight here, although they are a bit expensive, of course. And yeah, we're gonna give the second one here to Yankees in a bit. As you can see, it has less defense than the big ball shield, but the big ball shield doesn't have any resistances, so yeah. Yep. So, I'm just gonna run around here in circles for a bit, and then, well, I'll see you guys once the item is done there. Okay, so the item is done here now. There we go, we get the shimmering dress here now once again. And yeah, I also believe that if you mix the shimmering dress... Well, never mind, I was gonna go off on a side tangent there, but you know what, let's not bring more items into the mix here now, yeah. Just whatever, just ignore me. Let's see, we're gonna put it in here with the dangerous bustier, and yeah, you know the drill, we're gonna run around here in circles once again, yeah. Oh, joyous occasion, we get to run around in circles. Alright, so now the divine bustier here is done, and it is quite a sight for sore eyes, if you will, when you equip it on Jessica, yeah. Yeah, you'll see in a bit. You'll see in a bit. Although we're probably not gonna use it a whole lot here for the rest of the game. Yeah. Once again, it's mainly a good armor for the post-game. Yeah, we're gonna start up the Sanctus shield here now. I'm much more excited for this item, actually. But yeah, we're gonna equip the... Whoops, hold on a sec. We're gonna equip the divine bustier here, just very briefly, and yeah, let's have a look here at it. A mysterious bustier that allows the wearer to dodge enemy attacks more easily, so yeah, very nice gear piece. And it actually has 2 more defense than the dragon robe here. However, the dragon robe, well, protects you from fire and ice based spells and breath attacks too, I think. Actually, hold on, let me look that up. Alright, so I'm looking here at the dragon robe on the wiki here, and it says it has a defense of 103, and very much as I thought, it will block both spell damage and breath damage by 40 points. It says here it will reduce fire spells and ice spells and fire and ice breath attacks by 40 points. So yeah, this armor is just very hard to beat. Like, yeah, it's 100% one of the stronger armors in the entire game, you know. The stats speaks for themselves. But yeah, here. Oh, right, we can't see her just yet. We actually gotta advance the plot here now. Okay, well, fair enough. I'm actually not gonna run around here in circles until the Sanctus shield is done. I'm just incredibly annoyed by this. Or actually... Oh, you know what, as annoyed as I am at running around in circles, I'm gonna do it because we're gonna need it for the boss. Oh, I better just get it over with. So, you know what, the drill is, we're gonna drill around here.
We are done finally, you guys. The Sanctus shield has been finished.
And what a splendid shield this is. I'm probably gonna look this up on the wiki too here in a bit. Yeah, but look at this. It says here that it blocks damage, fire and ice based attacks, you know, breath attacks by 2/3. That sounds ridiculous, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 1/3. Typically when it says 2/3 in this game, I noticed that on the wiki, it is meant to be 1/3, yeah, so, I don't know how they messed up the tooltips so frequently in this game. It's really annoying, to be quite frank. But yeah, we're gonna pop this sucker onto Jessica here now. And equip, very nice. And then, is that all? I think so. Yeah, we're gonna give the silver shield to this guy as soon as we're, well, satisfied showing off the big boss shield here. The big boss. Yeah, and you know what? Since we're pretty much heading to the next boss fight here now, like, yeah, we're gonna head on there right now. Maybe, you know what, here, let's just progress the plot a little bit, and then I'll just go out and fight a regular enemy, you know, with the boss shield there, and then we'll switch it off, you know, put it on his real shield. And you know what, here, let's see. It was many, many years ago, now that Koopas helped Raya and I can't even remember exactly when it was. It was long ago, but I'll never forget the debt of gratitude I owe him. As long as I live, I'll do everything I possibly can for Koopas and his heirs. If you want to experience Koopas' compassion for yourself, take a good look at the picture at the back of the room. Alright, well, I'll do just that then. Yeah, it's kind of hard to make out, but I can definitely see Golding's heir there, and of course Imperia, and yeah, that kind of looks like Francisco there. You know, it's really hard to see, but you know, thanks for trying, game. I'm Drang. I carved the picture of the Draki at the entrance of the gully. It's not bad, is it? Even if I do. It's not bad, is it? Even if I do say so myself. Man, no, it was pretty nice. Yeah, I actually saw it there. But yeah, we're gonna have some cutscene here now, so I'll shut up. Actually, no, not yet, but she's gonna start talking here. My name is Raya, you know. Yeah, okay, yeah, I knew the man, David there. He went off on his travels, never to return. He was murdered, you see, yeah. Murdered before he could learn the truth about his ancestry. That he was the heir to a great sage. I'll tell you this only because, well, it's very strange, but I can sense David's presence within you. Did you perhaps encounter each other anywhere along your journey? You're at David's side during his final moments, then surely it cannot be a coincidence that you're here now. You witnessed the dying moments of the heir to a great sage, and now you're visiting his home here in Trianguli. It must mean something. I'm afraid I must ask you a favor. I have no one else to turn to now. Rapthorn, the Lord of Darkness, is close to a reawakening, but he can still be stopped, and you are the ones who must stop him. If he returns, our world will be enveloped by darkness in the blink of an eye. For hundreds of years we have cherished but one dream, that Rapthorn never be allowed to resume his reign of terror. Will you turn our dream into a reality? Please, please say that you will try. Okay, now we get the cutscene.
Thank you. No doubt, it is the guidance of Koopas that has brought you here. The only way to stop the revival of the Lord of Darkness, Rapthorn, is to seal away the scepter that contains him once more. Please, let us do what little we can to assist you. Drang, would you come here?
Oh, right away!
I want these people to have Koopas' great treasure. Would you go and let the guard know?
Oh, right away!
As you just heard, I wish to give you something from our gully's treasure chamber. It's called the Dark Tree Leaf. People say that if you place it on a map, it will instantly show you the location of a great evil. The fate of the world is in your hands. We're all depending on you. We will await news of your success here in the gully.
Alright, so that's very helpful. So, yeah, this is what we need to do in order to chase down Sir Leopold there. And once we get the, well, Dark Tree Leaf, I think it was called, then we'll see where he is on the map and we can fly after him there. Yeah, I don't think you could see him in the sky before you had the leaf here. I don't think so, but I might be wrong. But yeah, at the least now we can very easily track him down. And where am I going? We gotta go in here, right over here. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fight him. And once we have fought his ass, we're probably just gonna end the episode. Yeah, this is gonna be another long one, yeah. But I kind of spurred myself on here to try and keep this series for under 40 episodes. So yeah, I'm probably gonna run a couple of longer episodes here towards the end. Yeah, I would really like to finish the game before the 40-hour mark, and I think we're gonna be able to do so. Like 2 or 3 more videos after this one, and we should be done here. And here we have Draqon. I carved a picture of... Dude, he's still repeating what he said before. Oh, you silly boy. I heard all about you. You are our last hope. Take whatever you need. Okay, I will. And this is actually a pretty damn cozy room, I gotta say. Yeah, see? Like, I like how they got the broken up panels there, or the loose panels, floor tiles, whatever you call it. And yeah, it just looks nice. And you know what, let's talk to this guy here. They say somewhere in the world that there is a castle built by Rapthorn. I've never seen it, but people have looked all over for it and never found it. It's a bit strange. Yeah. Remember before they said that the, yeah, well, I don't even remember where we heard this. But there was some NPC that said that the goddess, or, yeah, the goddess used to live in a big statue or something like that. Or in a big rock. Yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah, I shouldn't even try explaining this. I'm just gonna make an ass of myself here. Oh, yeah. Here we have the Staff of Anti-Magic. Prevents an enemy from casting spells when used as an item in battle. This is actually a really nice staff here. Yeah, basically you get the Fizzle spell on an item use, but I don't think I have enough inventory. I'm sure you can get out some nice effects from it once you're inside, well, the final dungeon there, but, you know, I'm just gonna not give it to somebody. I don't have the spots for it. That's really all there is to it. I'm gonna have to pass on that ass. And in here we have, yeah, the Dark Tree Leaf, but we're definitely gonna check out the barrels and urns here too. The Gullbird Imperia and the 7 human sages had to use all their might to seal away Rapthorn. If he were to return, it would be impossible to destroy him, so he must be stopped now, before it is too late. Alright. And we get another mini medal. Very, very nice. And wow, yeah, even a file of Yggdrasil do there. Now see, that's an item I would definitely try and make some room for here. You see, my hero has so much... yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna remove the Flame Tank Boomerang. Yeah, I'd much rather have the Yggdrasil do on him, to be quite frank. Yeah, at this point in the game, the Sap spell works well enough, or I mean, more than well enough, and you know, since we bought all these magic waters there, we should be good to go for the rest of the game, mana-wise. I probably don't even need the boomerangs anymore, they're just superfluous at this point, or something, you know. And I might actually want to buy more magic water just to be on the safe side, you know. I mean, there really isn't anything else left in the entire game for me to spend money on anyway, so... I mean, you might as well go ham. So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And, yeah... I think I was gonna use the zoom spell down there to just leave, but, you know, then we started talking about the magic water, and... I also then remembered that you can't even zoom out, I don't think, when you're down there or out there, because there's a rock above you, so yeah, you would hit your head. And you know what, maybe I should try and show that off. Here on, well, old Granddad, he gets a unique zoom type animation. Look at this. Kind of holds out his hand, he looks pretty damn cool, and then, ow, yeah. Yeah, just one of those small things there. Yeah, I only bought 9 waters because I'm lazy. And, you know, I think 50 will be good enough. But yeah, out here, and yeah, there's nothing above us now. We should be good to go here now. yeah. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna zoom on over to Neos. And from here, we're gonna... Well, we're just gonna whistle. We're gonna stand around here and whistle, show off the big boss shield and the divine bustier there. And, well, then we're gonna equip the... Well, our best gear, and then we're gonna head on after Sir Leopold. And yeah, did you see that? I really like the divine bustier here. It looks very fetching, to say the least. Incredibly fetching. And she even has those little wings on her back there. That's kind of cute, too. But yeah, we didn't really get to see the shield there. Let's just jump into one more fight here. And 2 tap devils. Okay, well, fantastic. Dude, okay, you know what? You know what? Okay, please. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut back here. Yeah, we never get to see the shield, so I'm gonna have to do this. We're just gonna defend with everyone, I guess. Yeah, that's what the big boss shield looks like, yeah. It's so small, like... I don't know. They could have made it bigger too, you know. It's the big boss shield, for crying out loud, so... But yeah, not a very interesting shield, and you know what, we might as well just go ahead and use it here in battle too. Where is it? There it is. So yeah, as you can see here now, this is what it does in battle. It casts Kasap here on the entire enemy team. Now, you can... Well, obviously you can use it on bosses too, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, since it is the Kasap spell, it's basically just half as good as a regular sap, since it hits many enemies, you know. So that's a bit unfortunate, but, you know, then again, as long as you give the shield to somebody who normally can't reduce defense, it's still not a bad thing to have. But yeah, ultimately, the big boss shield that you get there from the other day, the final gear piece, it is very underwhelming, you know. Once again, I think it would have been cool if it was like a 25% chance that whenever he was hit in battle with a physical move that he would just, well, counteract or counterattack with a Kasap spell, you know, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, they need to buff it in some way. They really do. The fact that it doesn't have any magic resist really just is the coffin in the nail there. Or, like, what if they just boosted the defense up to 70 or something, you know? Make it have the single-handedly most defense in the entire game. That way, you know, you could at the very least say, well, look at this, I am pretty much impervious to physical attacks now. Then I would actually use it, even in the post-game there. Since it's very nice to have physical defense against, well, the post-game bosses. But yeah, where my Silver Shield at? Here on the first page. I remember now. But yeah, here we go. Get equipped with the better shield. Get some resistances. And the big bass shield. I wonder... I mean, I was gonna have it on Angelo there. But... I mean... I'm not even gonna need it. Just whatever. Just stash it away there. Stash it the heck away. Maybe there is some good use. Maybe there is some good use for it, and I just don't realize it. You know, hey, if that is the case, please feel free to tell me. But yeah, I'm not too impressed with that shield personally. But I'm very well aware I might be hella wrong. That is typically the case here in life about many things. You think something sucks, and then somebody else with a grand idea shows you you're wrong. And I forgot to use the leaf. Oh, just gonna have to re-land here again. Relocate. And come on. Come on. We're gonna use the leaf here. There we go. So he's all the way up there, huh? So now, whenever we activate the map as we're flying around, we can see where Sir Leopold is. So that's how you're supposed to do this. And then you're just gonna need to follow him around for a while. And he's gonna fly to the Lord High Priest's residence there. So, yeah. You're just gonna fly on up to him and make sure we don't lose sight of him. It's not harder than that. And, yeah, we saw him, or see him over here now. Just gonna frequently keep opening up my map here. There he is, yeah. And let's see. Where are you going, Sir Leopold? It's a little bit scary to dash after him. I'm always afraid you're gonna pass him by or something. But yeah, I don't think that can happen. But yeah, we're just gonna follow him here. Try and speed this up a little bit. And yeah, see where we're going. So basically, if we hadn't gone over here to the residence or to the High Priest residence before, we wouldn't have gotten those, well, small or those little amusing chats there between him and Marcello, and yeah, we wouldn't have gotten to speak to him either. Because there's gonna be, well, chaos here now, essentially. So we're just gonna land. And here we are. Let's head on inside. I'm drinking here. Having myself some Pepsi. Oh. Alright, well, see, this is pretty neat here now. The birds are all in an uproar here, flying around. We have the gardener here. Let's talk to him. What was that? Did you see that hideous black beast? Is my flower? Are my flowers safe? Well, you know what? Let's just move on inside. There's that chick out here somewhere in the garden too, but yeah, I'm just gonna move on in.
You, help me. His Holiness is in danger. An evil creature has forced its way into his chamber.
I am voice acting.
You have to help him. And don't forget to mention, tell His Holiness that it was High Priest Rollo who sent for help first.
Yeah, shut up you. Actually, let's talk to him before we move on up. Okay. He's just saying the same things here. Yeah. Okay. Before we move on up there to him, I would like to see if there are personnel that we can talk to here for some flavor text. Wow, lightning, I hate lightning. Wow, okay. Is somebody hiding in here? This room was originally empty. I think this is Rollo's room. Yeah, nothing much have changed in here. And there are no more items, or I mean, no new items that you can loot in here or anything like that. So don't worry about that. Let's see. And yeah, of course, if you didn't loot these cabinets here before, do so now. And let's see here. Yeah, I just want to check. Oh, look at this. We have somebody in here. Pray tell me, what's for dinner? The diet of a sinner. It tastes like a winner, but it never makes you thinner. Oh, have you come for a bite to eat? There's an awful racket going on, isn't there? Yeah. She has no clue what's going on. She's here singing, all happy. That's funny. Well, I think we're ready to move on up, but... no. We're gonna talk to our party. Oh yeah, we gotta re-equip the dragon robe there too. We found him. Here we go, guys. Just let me at him. I'm finally going to take revenge for what happened to Alistair and all the other victims. The dog flew in through the upstairs middle window, right? That's bad news. I'm sure it's the Lord High Priestess chamber. Fancy that mongrel breaking in through the window like that. Where is his manners, eh? Anyone think he was a no-good thief? Come on, now, let's catch up with him and give him a bit of training, eh? Very nifty, Angus. Very nifty indeed, word-wise. Okay, let's see. As soon as we go in here, there's gonna be a fight, so we need to give Jessica... No, we do not need to use the robe as a tool, but we need to dress her up. And there we go. And whoops, you know what? I never looked up the Saintess shield. Hold on a second. Yeah, okay, so as I thought, it does not protect you from fire and ice-based attacks by 2/3, but it does protect you by 33.3% from breath and fire and ice abilities. So yeah, as I thought there. So yeah, still a very nice shield though. And you know, coupled with the dragon robe here, like, first off she has 40 points that just flat reduces damage, and then 33% on the top of that. That's awesome, you know? Just freaking awesome. And is there anything else we need to change up here for this fight? I don't think so. Angelo looks fine. Jessica looks fine. Yangus, what about you? This guy can't put you to sleep, so we don't need to worry about status changes. He can use the war cry, I do know that much, but you can't, well, ward off war cries, you know, with resistance rings. So yeah, if it happens, it happens. But yeah, we're just gonna head on inside then. Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we can actually move around in here. There's no response. He seems dead. Yeah. And what about you? This is kind of silly. I'm just walking around there checking on these guys. This guy also seems dead. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Hold on, High Priest. I just gotta look around here. Very nice house you got here. What about this room? Yeah, I'm aware I'm a little bit silly here now, but yeah, I honestly just want to see if there are anyone to talk to in there, just because I'm curious. But yeah, no, that doesn't seem to be the case, so we're gonna talk to these guys. You monster, I won't let you lay a finger on His Holiness. Yeah, how can Marcello disappear at a time like this? Okay. What a sinister feeling, by the goddess. What is that beast? Oh, goddess, the guards are in danger. Please help them. Okay. And here, let's see. So, the power of Empiria resides within you. I shall take your lives in sacrifice, and your pitiful corpses shall testify to that meddling bird's failure. A poignant foreshadowing of the final heir's demise. So now it's boss time here with the final form of Rapthorn here. Yeah, this is the hardest out of all the, well, yeah, regular Rapthorn fights here. Actually, when you fight Dolmagister the first time, that might actually be harder, you know, at that point in the game. Obviously, if we went back there now, we would kick his ass, you know, with this gear, but I'm just saying. Now, this fight, he can't use Waves of Disruptive Ice. However, as I said there just now, he has the War Cry, which, if it hits you and you fall off your feet, you will lose any tension that you stack up. So that's annoying. And I forgot to take control of my party members. I was gonna psych up and use the Timber of Tension. Well, you know, it's fine. I'm not too bothered by this boss here. It's actually pretty damn easy. He can be a little bit scary with the War Cry, but that's about it. He deals way too little damage to be, well, a scary boss. And here we go. He opens up with the terrifying scream here. Well, yeah. And he hits for 85. Yeah, nothing too bad. Empiria hits for way harder, or way more damage. Yeah, so, dude, tactics. Please follow orders. Psych up, and we're gonna stack Helm Spears here. See, the thing is, though, he's very resilient to it. So I might, well, you know what, here. We're gonna do it, we're gonna try. We're gonna try doing it. Use the Helm Splitter. Psych up you too, yeah. This boss, once again, deals way too little damage, so you might as well psych yourself up here a little bit, and we could even use the Timber of Tension and just stop using the Helm Splitter altogether. That might honestly be worth it. Did I use the Defend command on the hero? Dude, what is this sloppiness? This is just, oh, this is just terrible. This is, this is just a mess. A mess of a boss fight here. What the heck? Oh my god, my man. Okay, you know what? Well, since everybody fell flat off their asses, I'm just gonna keep stacking Or try and stack some negative defense on him here. Yeah, 76, that's good. I think I'm just gonna be happy with that. And, you know, now that I think about it, in a situation like this, the big boss shield actually could be nice to have. Because you won't dispense, or you won't, when you use it on a boss to reduce defense, you won't dispense tension. Whilst the Yangus uses the Timber of Tension, for example, if that makes sense. So it could be useful in that situation, honestly. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Use the Timbrel, Jessica, Psych Up, Angelo, Multi-Heal. And yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to use the Insulatal skill or spell there that Jessica has in this fight, just to reduce the breath attacks damage. But yeah, look at this. The Timber of Tension, just a freaking godsend here. It's such a nice item to have. And hopefully he doesn't war cry. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. I mainly don't want to lose Jessica's tension here. That's annoying though that Angelo fell. But yeah, we're gonna do this. Chamber of Tension. Psych Up. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. You know, a quick victory here. That's fine. That's gonna hurt, but it's fine. Ooh, okay, very close. But yeah, we should be fine here once again. Now on the next turn. Hopefully Jessica... Yeah, okay, she's gonna unleash here now. Take off the boss's half his health. Something like that. And you know, I realize here now I'm messing up a bit. I should totally unequip the axe on Yangus whilst whilst stacking tension here, yeah. Because it gains 10 agility whenever he's not equipped with the axes there. And you know, I'm probably just gonna go for a Miracle Slash here. Heal myself up. Sure, use the Ham Splitter, Twin Dragon Lash, and, well, I think that was the multi-heal, I hope so. Wow, yeah, look at that. Very nice healing. I was gonna use the full heal on Jessica, but, you know, then again, he got some tension there, I guess, from Yagi, so the multi-heal did enough. And very nice, but yeah, you can clearly see how powerful the Timbrel is, like, yeah, and I'm doing a very poor job here at using it, yeah. Just this whole boss fight has been a mess. Ooh, yeah, he's almost dead here now. He only has a couple of more 100 health, so yeah, I'm just gonna go all out. Yeah, Parallax, Twin Dragon, and I guess this guy is just gonna keep on using multi-heal. Yeah, I should probably just have used the Falcon Slash with the Uber Falcon Blade there, but you know what, it's fine. But yeah, as you can see, even though I messed up as badly as I did, like, this guy is just very easy. The Warcry is annoying, but, you know, since it doesn't work, well, since it's not guaranteed to work, you can stack buffs.
You fools. How many more times?
Your Holiness! Are you hurt? Thank the goddess. He still has a pulse. What happened? Was it that hellhound? What on earth is going on? Marcello! What are you doing just standing there? Carry His Holiness to his bed at once! Get a move on, you sluggard! You're supposed to be Master of the Guard! I'll have you demoted if you don't snap to it! Are you deaf, Marcello? I just gave you an order!
Ah ha ha! Well, well, well. High Priest Rollo. I had no idea you were so devious.
What are you laughing about? I fail to see anything funny about the situation.
Enough of the pretense. I know it was you who employed these thugs and that dog. What an elaborate scheme. Engineering a diversion to give you time to effect the assassination of the Lord High Priest. I was aware of your desire to be his successor, but to resort to murder.
What rot! How dare you! I plan nothing of the sort!
Arrest them! Exile High Priest Rollo to Purgatory Island, along with these thugs. They will learn that succession comes at a high price. Take them away!
Yes, sir!
They say that every dog has its day. And it seems I have a dog to thank for mine.
Insolent traitors! How dare you treat me like this? I am to be the next Lord High Priest! Do you hear me? I am innocent! You should arrest that miscreant! Stop! Wait! This is all a misunderstanding! One of my own men. That turncoat. How could Marcello do this to me? I was so close. He was a frail old man. All I had to do was wait, and I'd have become the next Lord High Priest for sure. This is Purgatory Island, where our most heinous criminals are locked away until they die. Once you're in here, death is the only way out. Curse Marcello! That traitor will rot in hell!
The Lord High Priest dies from shock, and the High Priest out of the picture too. This is better than I ever could have hoped. Okay. Ah! Oh, ah! My head! I can't bear it! What's happening?
My flesh and blood are trapped, sealed away by those infernal sages.
That voice. Who is it? What do you want? The scepter!
A new hand to hold the scepter. A new body to control. You are a slave to the scepter. You will obey my command.
I obey no one! I'm notoriously bad at taking orders.
traitor, but I could not ignore his uncommon determination and strength. Not to mention his skill with a sword. It was my intention to use him to position myself as the Lord High Priest's successor. I used Marcello to eliminate all opposition. All I had to do was wait. Once I had cleared the path for my promotion, the only obstacle was time. But I did not foresee this turn of events. How could I let that stripling undo me? Listen. You can hear the voices of the convicts below. We have arrived. This is Purgatory Island. Hell on Earth.
So, it seems like we're stuck down here now. And, yeah, I can't talk to my teammates here, but, yeah, this seems like a good place to turn off the episode. So, yeah, now Marcello has the scepter there, although it did seem like Redthorn could not quite grab control of the lad there. So, yeah, not all might be lost, but even so, we gotta break on out of here. Yeah. But we'll do so in the next episode there, in the next week. Yeah, but this has been a lot of fun. In the next episode, actually, first of all, we gotta break on out of here, you know? But then, we're also gonna get to start up an optional dungeon, I think. Yeah, we're gonna have, like, 2 boss fights in the next episode, which is gonna be a lot of fun. And then, once we're done that, I figure we're actually just gonna head on into the last dungeon of the game. So, yeah. Once again, 2-3 more videos and then this project will be over, so I'm gonna round things off here. Thank you guys so very much for watching yet another Dragon Quest VIII video here on my channel, and we're getting into the endgame here now. See you guys next week!